This is my first YouTube video. I'm a little nervous. I want to talk about my journey to getting healthier. About a year ago, finally, my weight was starting to cause issues for me. And I didn't really embark on this journey with the goal to lose weight. I just wanted to be healthier and feel in control of what I was putting in my body, because I wasn't before. My eating habits were really, really detrimental to my health. So I decided, actually in January of this year, when I turned 24 years old, that I really just needed to make a change. Things needed to be different because I couldn't keep living my life this way. It took about 6 months for me to really make this decision. I think a health journey is not something that you can just one day decide that you want to do. I think it takes a lot of, for me at least, it took a lot of thought and commitment that I really just wasn't ready to give until about 6 months ago. I had tried weight loss journeys and fitness and diets and all this shit for like 10 years of my life. And every time I would lose weight, I would look great, and then I would love the way I looked, and I would just start eating whatever I wanted again, and I would gain all of that weight back plus some. And that was a habit that I had made for my life pretty much since I was in high school. So finally at 23 years old, I had a gout attack, which if you have gout or you know anyone with gout, you know that it is really, really painful. And I knew it had to be attributed to my weight. I was the heaviest I had ever been at this point. And so it happened to me when I was on a trip. I went to London with my family, and the plane ride, I guess, set off my first gout attack. And I just remember being in so much pain and realizing I did this to myself. Like, yes, to a point, gout is very genetic. My dad has it, but like also once I started eating healthier and exercising, I've not had an issue with it since. And so I know that there's got to be a connection there. I got back from that trip. I went back to work. Life kind of continued on, but I still had a really unhealthy relationship with food. And I would eat healthy all week long, have, carb cycle, do everything I was supposed to do Monday through Thursday. And then Friday through Sunday, all bets were off. And I was eating anything I wanted to do. It was like I only ate healthy during the week because I wanted to binge eat on the weekends. And obviously that caused me to gain weight, and my body changed from being, a young athletic 23-year-old to one day I didn't recognize myself anymore. Fast forward to January, turned 24, said, okay, something's got to give. I can't keep feeling like this. I feel like crap all of the time. None of my clothes fit the way that I want them to, and if they do fit, they're not flattering. I just don't feel comfortable. In general, I was so out of shape, and at the time I was working a job that it was either I was sitting at a desk all day, and then there would be a couple days where I was having to lift things and be active. I worked as an event coordinator, and so putting on events, there's a lot of activity that happens to making those happen, especially on the day of. And I was just so out of shape, I was sweating all of the time. I just felt terrible, and I looked terrible doing it, and I just wasn't comfortable. Nothing looked cute. I didn't feel cute in really anything I put on, which sucks because, you can't just show up to work in leggings and a t-shirt like you want to. You have to wear like slacks and dresses and stuff, and I really didn't like the way I looked. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna start going to the gym and eating better. I was eating better. I started back on carb cycling, but really I didn't have set days for what I was going to do. I just was sort of, it was whatever was convenient. If it was convenient for me to do low carb one day, I would do low carb. If not, whatever. And it's really hard when you work in like a business environment, there's lunch meetings, because none of those people ever here's a McAllister sandwich. This is what you're going to eat, or you're not going to eat until dinner. Or you can pick the 2 pieces of turkey out of it. There's just really, they don't make it very easy to eat healthy when you're working. So it is an active effort. So I started doing that. I was going to the gym 3 days a week with my mom. She's a health coach, which, I probably should have been taking advantage of for years now, but I didn't. So she was working out with me 3 days a week. She was kicking my butt, and I started loving working out. We worked out until March, when it's the week of spring break. I took a couple days off work so we could go visit my grandparents in Florida, and by the time we got back, everything started shutting down. So I was back home for maybe a week, and that's when COVID just started. Everything shut down. The gyms closed, restaurants closed, everything closed. I started working from home, and then after 10 days of working at home, I got furloughed. Yay. So after that, I was like, I have no idea what I'm gonna do. And I can't go to the gym. I don't know what I'm doing working out from home. So I signed up for an online boot camp, and I started doing it with my mom. One of my best friends signed up to do it with me, and I've not missed a workout since I started. I've been completely consistent, and it's just really, it's given me the opportunity to really change how I live my life. And of course, right now it's really easy because I don't have anything else to do all day. So I wake up and I work out, and I have time to plan all my meals, but I also feel like it's a blessing because it's I can practice what I'm going to do whenever I do go back to work. And I'm going to go back to grad school and get a master's degree, and work while I do that. So I feel like right now I have time to kind of build the foundation that I need to keep this lifestyle up. I'm not in this to lose pounds, which is not something that you ever hear from someone sharing their fitness journey or whatever. It's always about weight loss, which is great if that's for you, but for me, it's just not. There's so many other goals and so many other tangible things that I feel are more important than a number. And for me, that's building muscle, that's building up my endurance, that's enjoying working out for the first time in years, and just really liking what I'm doing and making it something that I want to keep doing, and not something that at the end of quarantine or the end of COVID or whatever, that I just go back to doing what I was doing, because obviously what I was doing was not working for me. And I use time and stress and all of these things as an excuse for a long time, and there's no excuse right now. So yeah, I just want to share this sort of journey. I realized that most fitness journeys don't really get categorized in a body positive way, and I totally understand that. But I don't think my goal, I've not weighed myself in 4 months. I don't know what I weigh. I don't care to know what I weigh. When they weigh me at a doctor's appointment, I close my eyes because I don't want to know. I don't care. What I weigh doesn't change my view about myself, and what I weigh has nothing to do with how much I can lift or how long I can lift or like what I'm capable of doing in the gym. And I feel like those results are way more important to me than, you know, you weigh X amount of pounds, because that doesn't even mean anything. So yeah, this is, I feel like, I don't know, maybe there's plenty of people out here, I just haven't found their channels to like see that they do this, but a lot of like fitness influencers talk about their journey and where they were and where they started, but like there's no proof of it. Like they didn't start when they didn't, you know, when they were just starting out on their journey. They started when they got where they wanted to be, and then talked about what they did to get there, encouraging people to get started by actually showing how they got started. So that's just my goal for this channel. I think, you know, I got started, you know, not that long ago. It was really about 4 months ago when I really started taking these things, you know, seriously. You know, 6 months, if you want to be generous, to the 3 days a week I was doing in the gym with my mom. But really, like, just so much about my life has changed, especially the way that I, you know, fuel my body, and how intensely I work out, and how I actually really enjoy working out versus just going through the motions of it. So I'm hoping that this channel can either help inspire you to get started on your own journey, or maybe you just want someone who's going through the same thing that you are, because, you know, whatever. But the goal is not weight loss. The goal is a sustainable lifestyle that I can keep going for the rest of my life, doing what I'm doing right now, and being flexible and, you know, progress, not perfection. So yeah, probably won't show too many of my workouts, just because I am paying for a program right now, and I feel like it's kind of shady to show the workouts that I'm paying for and that someone is feeding their children off of designing. So I probably won't post too many workouts, but I definitely will do like some eating, like what I eat in a day. I don't know, just like sit down talks where we can kind of discuss how things are going. So I don't know, subscribe if you want to, and let's get started.